Hello and welcome back to Dr. TARDIS Season 1 episodes, and we are going to be talking about the Clockwork Phase mod today. You may have noticed something going on in the background. Well, I needed a bunch of levels, and I also needed a lot of leather, so well, I've been having some time where I can do some semi-AFK animal breeding and plant growing. I've been doing a lot of wheat farming and getting some levels. So what we're going to talk about today is the Clockwork Phase mod. We've finally got enough things gathered and put away. I guess one of the first things I need to show off is this thing. What this is my vanilla style Smeltery. So you put all the raw materials up there and they get hoppered into the furnace. The lava buckets get hoppered into the side, and voila, you get all of your stuff smelted. I've smelted a ton of stuff today, and so let's get started on Clockwork's Phase. So what we need, I've been set aside a whole bunch of stuff in a chest here. So what we're going to need is a lot of gold and a lot of iron. And so we're going to go ahead and take all of this gold and iron and make some stuff with it. So first thing you're going to need some. So let's start with the armor. So because I've been using steel armor and it's been breaking left and right. Now it's time to move on to some clockwork armor. So what we're going to need is the headpiece, the armor itself. So let's go to clockwork. And I went ahead and made these pieces. Now the brass is just iron and gold. The framework is brass and iron, and so that's how all of these pieces are made. So I've made all the pieces. I went ahead and enchanted a couple with 30 levels. It's not super enchantable, as you can see. The headpiece got protection 3, it got protection 3 and breaking 3. And projectile protection 4. So it's not probably enchantable like iron is enchantable perhaps. So let's go ahead and make our chest plate. So what we're going to need is a clockwork assembly table, which takes an iron gear set. Let's go ahead and make, let's see, that is just 4 iron and stick. So it needs iron gear set and some wood, was it? Yes, needs wood, which I thought I had some in here. Guess I converted all the sticks. Let's grab some wood and convert that. So we need the Clockworks assembly table, so let's go ahead and make that. We're going to need the winding box, so let's make one of those, and a disassembler. So let's make one of those. Alright, so the clockwork assembly table. Let's see, where can we set this up? Let's just set it up right here. So clockwork's assembly table, you open it up, you've got this clockwork making right off the bat. So then you also have, this is where you assemble the tools, and this is where you make a mainspring. So we're going to need a mainspring. So the mainspring is just a stick surrounded by iron. We're going to need one of those for each piece of armor. So let's go ahead and put something together. So to make a clockwork, you need to take your gears. Now I looted 2 of these amazing legendary gears while I was killing lots and lots of stuff all day today. And then I've got some rusty gears. And we're going to need, let's do rusty gear there. And I don't think memory, I'm not sure if memory helps with armor. That is a really good question. If anybody knows, then please leave a comment and let us know. So we need some more gears. Now what we can do is we can make some diamond gears. So let's go ahead and go to diamond gear. Okay, I made 2 diamond gears. And that is a full inventory, so let's go ahead and dump off a couple things. Now I always put my disassembler, this is what you use to take things apart, up high, and let's try it again. So you don't accidentally hit it instead of your winding box. That could be really annoying. So I got a whole bunch of emeralds by trading. I yanked some villagers into my TARDIS, and that's been helping with that. Alright, so let's get the gears put in. No, I don't want emerald. I want to do the diamond. So we're going to make a super chest plate. What else was I using? Oh, rusty gears. Okay, that makes a clockwork. Now we're going to add some tension, or add some ability to this mainspring. When you first get it, as only as 2,000. We're going to surround that with iron and click this button. So now it has 130,000, which is a lot better. If we add, there's some other metals you can make the springs out. The steel gear has 80 quality and 20 speed. We just looted some steel. The animals are really getting annoying, but it's okay. We will take care of them later. Let's make some steel gears. Steel is 80-20, iron is 45-25. So steel has much better quality, but not as much speed, so maybe good for... Alright, let's add a little more capabilities to this mainspring. Alright, now we're ready to put that armor together. So we go ahead and go to this hourglass. We put a mainspring and the armor you want to put together. Done. And then you put the clockwork. Good. And next, not going to do any good until you wind it. So we're going to go ahead and hit the winding box here. And you hold it down with the right mouse button until it is wound. Now we have our really cool looking clockwork armor. Protection 8. If you hold on shift, you can see defense, protection. Yeah. So that is pretty cool. Now, the nice thing about this is it doesn't take durability. You know, I've been burning through steel armor like crazy because it's been looting a lot of it. But now we can just wind our armor and not have to worry about it. So we're going to need some more gears here. So another thing that was really nice is a pick. We don't necessarily need a pick because we've got this amazing terrain eater. And it is doing a great job. I think it's not like craftable. I haven't been able to find a recipe for it, so it's just something you have to pick up when we go. Our sword is running almost all the way out, though, so let's go ahead and see if we can make a sword. So if we go to Clockwork Sword and his stick, framework, this helps if we're on the right table. Let's see, what are we short? A stick? Let's get a stick. Alright, now we have a empty sword. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and make a clockwork for that. And let's see how emerald does for that. That'd probably be best on and steel. And then we're going to need the mainspring wound up. Add some steel to it. Add some iron. You can pretty much put, you know, any metal on here that you can make a gear out of, because it recognized that. Silver, lead, tin, copper. I think we got a lot of copper. Let's dump some of that on here. Oh, gotta help so far on the right screen. This one. And you can do blocks, which make that a lot faster. Alright, let's go ahead and assemble our item here. So sword, mainspring, and clockwork. And wind it up. I haven't been able to enchant the tools and weapons, only the armor. So let's see what we got. Ooh, one hit cow, that's good. That means we've got at least 10 damage. I think we're going to have to go outside to see what kind of damage this does. Alright, so we are raiding a village. Hello, diamond equipment. Probably should have left all of my clockwork stuff behind. It's okay. TARDIS will save us. Ooh, one hit on these guys. Very nice. That's 20 damage. Wow. Wow. I like a lot. Yes, I like a lot. Well, it would help if we had more armor than just one piece. So let's go ahead and get back in there and finish up our other armor. I got distracted. That is really good sword, though. I'm impressed. It does really good damage. So let's go ahead and dump our looting sword in here and keep that for when we need it. And we don't need that. We loot 2 ancient coins just by using that sword, which is interesting. Because I hadn't looted any ancient coins the entire time, and now I've just gotten 2. Alright, so we need some more armor stuff. So let's go ahead and soup up some armor. I don't think we have enough gears. We need some more gears. I really don't think memory helps armor, but let's go ahead and... Oh, that's what we didn't do. We should have added memory to our sword, because right now it has no memory, so it can't get time sand at all. So let's go ahead and disassemble that. Make sure you get the pieces because they go flying. That's not the mainspring. There it is. Where's the mainspring? There's the mainspring. Alright, so this clockwork needs to be disassembled. So let's put this back together with memory. Now the best memory items we have are these precious charms. So those will be good. And then we want those emerald gears because those were amazing in that. And the steel gears. What else do we have in there? Do we have a rusty gear in there? Well, we got message in a note in a bottle. That would add some more memory. $230, $160. Oh, I took it apart the wrong one. I was gonna say, that doesn't seem like we have all the parts that we're missing here. That was the other one we're working on. So let's take this one apart. There we go. Lots of emerald gears. Emeralds are great for this stuff, man. That's great. Okay, we have 2 precious charms. Let's go ahead and put those in. Might not do as much damage as it did before, but it should still be worth using because we get some time sand too. So let's go ahead and make sure we get the right clockwork here. Yeah, we already have, okay. And mainspring. So now we have a chance of getting 1 in 39 soul sand. So every 1 in 39 hits, we're going to get some soul sand. And as our level goes up, that is going to get better. Okay, so we need more armor. So let's go ahead and put together some more stuff here. Rusty gear. And if I should have been using different stuff, let me know. I am open to comments. This is a new mod to me. Got the basics down, but the fine tuning is still, you know. Can you make aluminum gears? Brass, bronze, legendary. Can't make thaumium. I want to look at making some temporal gears later. Steel, silver, lead, iron, emerald, diamond, tin. Okay, so no, that is a no. No aluminum, which just makes a lot of sense. Let's get this main spring ready. That's really plenty. And then we need a clockwork, which means we're going to need a bunch of gears. Which ones are we using now? We're out of emeralds and out of diamonds. So if we put away diamonds and emeralds, because we can't make any more of those. Copper gears are 40-30. Iron are 45. So coppers are faster, but less quality. $30, $45. Just make iron gears, I suppose. Sure takes a lot of stuff to make these, doesn't it? Lots of ingots. And while we've collected a lot, we don't have all we need. To make it crazy cool. I don't expect to use a copper anytime soon. We'll get a quarry set up before you know it. Alright. More gears. Which means more sticks. Alright, that should be enough for a while. Oh, we also need more. Their mainspring, because we have two more mainspring, one more mainspring. So let's make one more mainspring. Like this. Let's juice up the mainsprings. Here's one with copper. And that's got 53,000, 53,000. Here's another with copper. 53,000. Good. All right, so we need some more clockworks. So dun 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 dun. Good. And one more clockwork. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's put this together. So helmet and mainspring, and then a clockwork. Shoot boots, mainspring, and clockwork. Pants, clockwork, mainspring. Good. Now we wind it all up and give it a go. Oh, we want to get that helmet wound up. Okay, we have a full set of wound armor and a wound sword. Let's go ahead and put away our extra stuff. And we will take care of the animals, I promise. I need some silk touch so I can get grass and shear the sheep. Alright, let's go take this stuff into battle. See how we're doing here. Okay. Can we still one hit these guys? No. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dark beast. Yikes, 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 yikes. Whoa, mama! Kite them, kite them, kite them. Yeah, I kind of like the one hit better. However, the soul sand is nice. Whew! Boy, that was intense. So many swords. That was a lot of death. I'll take those, thank you. Wow, that was a lot of guys. Looks like we got 16 damage now. I think we were at 20 before. As soon as we finish this guy, we can check for some soul sand. Alright, we get any soul sand? Yes, I got 5 minutes held up. And as our level increases, we get more probability of getting soul sand. That's a good thing. $16 damage isn't bad, but it's not... Where are you? Ah! The one hit on those guys was a lot nicer. Okay, I think we got it, maybe? I can start digging for gold. Gold nuggets. Somebody has a sense of humor. I do love the gold because it's necessary for this Clockworks mod. Take the buckets and the gunpowder. Whoa, this takes down wool fast. Really, this is a nice pick. Really like it. I could use this white wool. You can trade it with the villager who gives emeralds for wool. That's why I have so many sheep, because there's a prospect of getting... Yes! A research note! For mining. Nice. That was the next thing we're going to go over. Agriculture. Research note. Very nice. And explosives. Cool. Seafaring. Wow, this is a treasure trove of research notes, because we hadn't had any at all before. Command. Boy, this is great. Gonna save us some time. Don't read them yet. I don't think they work until you get a... I think you have to actually have a book for them to work properly. A research book. But I don't know for sure. Ooh, don't drop that amazing pick. Love that pick. This is the one that has all the food in it. I'm probably done getting arrows. Those were hardcore ender expansion notes, because those are safe to read. You never know you need something, you know? I was trading with villagers, and all of a sudden they wanted cooked fish. And I'm like, I have got cooked fish for you. So that was nice. Just load them up. Say, here you go. I'll take all your emeralds. Thank you very much, because I really need them. They're good for my stuff. Wow, that's a lot of pumpkin pie. Okay, so let's go back to the TARDIS. Oh boy, so many animals. Temp chests are getting so full. Definitely need to start that Ancient Warfare mod right away. So we can set up a warehouse and get rid of our extra stuff. Okay, well, that is phase 1 of the Clockwork Phase mod. It's a great mod. It has a lot more to it. That is just the first steps that you're going to want to take to getting time sand and getting your first stuff made. Obviously, as you go, you're going to loot more gears, and as you accumulate more gears, you can have better equipment. And we will go over how to do the more advanced stuff later, because there's some really cool ability to fly, and there's a pocket watch where you can change your pick to silk touch and all kinds of stuff. So we will go over that later, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions, post them below, because I read them all and respond.